Welcome back everyone and welcome to another powerful update. Today we are talking about XRP, the token that crypto world either loves passionately or debates endlessly. And after today's episode, I promise you will have the complete picture. Where is the price? What is the regulatory scene? What are institutions doing? And what is new inside the XRP Ledger? So without wasting any time, let's get started. First, let's talk about the thing everyone asks about first. Where is the price? As of today, XRP is trading around $1.42. The market cap is approximately $87 billion and it's solidly in the top 4 of all crypto rankings. Now that number sounds normal, but the real story is its range. XRP has been stuck in a tight range for the past 70 days between $1.28 and $1.45. On one side are the bulls trying to break above $1.45, on the other side are bears defending that level every single time. Why is $1.45 so critical? According to Glassnode data, approximately 36.8 billion XRP, about 60% of circulating supply, was purchased at an average cost basis of $1.44. That means a massive group of holders are sitting at break-even, and every time the price approaches $1.45, they sell, pushing the price back down. This is a mechanical ceiling, but it will not last forever. Now let's move to the real game changer, the Clarity Act. This is the regulatory bill the XRP community has been waiting for. Just recently at the Consensus Miami 2026 conference, Ripple CEO Brad Garlinghouse took the stage and said the next 2 weeks are critical. For the U.S. Senate Banking Committee, only 2 weeks. So what exactly is the Clarity Act? Simply put, this bill will decide whether XRP is classified as a security or a commodity. If this bill passes, XRP would officially be labeled a non-security digital commodity, meaning Ripple's long battle with the SEC would be permanently closed. And according to Standard Chartered analyst Jeffrey Kendrick, if this bill advances through Senate committee, XRP ETFs could see an additional $4 billion to $8 billion in inflows. $4 to $8 billion people. That is the catalyst that could break the $1.45 ceiling. But Garlinghouse also warned if the bill gets caught in the November election campaign season, its chances are over for this year. So the week of May 11th is extremely important. Keep a close eye on it. Now let's look at something very interesting. What are retail investors doing versus what are institutions doing? In one word, accumulation. Data shows that 91% of XRP outflows, meaning XRP leaving exchanges, is going into the hands of large holders who are moving it to cold storage for the long term. This is not a bearish sign, this is classic accumulation behavior, and look at the ETF flow numbers. In January 2026, spot XRP ETF inflows were just $15.59 million. February jumped to $58 million, and April hit a record $81.59 million, the highest of the entire year. Total cumulative inflows have now surpassed $1.29 billion. That means institutions are steadily building their positions even while the price remains range-bound. The Bitwise XRP ETF is leading the pack in both monthly and cumulative inflows. Now we come to the part I personally find most exciting: real-world adoption. First, Rakuten. This is Japan's massive e-commerce and fintech giant, and they have now integrated XRP into their payments app. How many users? 44 million. How many merchants? More than 5 million. People can now spend XRP on Rakuten, and they can even buy XRP using loyalty points. This turns XRP into one of Japan's biggest rewards ecosystems, where over $23 billion worth of points are in circulation. Ripple called this one of the most significant milestones for XRP adoption. Second, Ripple's on-demand liquidity, or ODL. In Q1 2026, ODL volume hit $1.2 billion, that is a 45% increase year over year. The growth came from new payment corridors in Brazil and Japan. XRP is being used in real payments, this is not just speculation. And third, Ripple officially opened its Dubai headquarters on April 30, 2026. The Middle East cross-border payments market is enormous, and Ripple is positioning itself right there. Now let's get a little technical. This part is important for developers and node operators. XRP version 2.6.2 has been released. It includes a critical bug fix resolving an issue that could cause servers to crash when all inner transactions in a batch were invalid. Node operators should update immediately. There is also a new amendment called Fixed Directory Limit, which removes artificial limits on XRP directory pages, allowing for more scalable applications in the future. And here is a very exciting development: validators are currently voting on a native lending protocol. This would enable fixed-term institutional lending directly on the XRP Ledger, a massive step forward for DeFi on XRP. And for the long term, Ripple has announced a quantum resistance roadmap with plans to protect the XRP Ledger from quantum computing threats by 2028. Now let's get into the debate, and this is where opinions are completely split. The bulls say, Standard Chartered's Jeffrey Kendrick, who previously had a target of $8, cut it to $2.8 for 2026 due to macro headwinds. but even $2.8 represents more than 100% upside from current prices. Some analysts are calling for $10 by 2027. The bears say, publications like Motley Fool are writing that XRP could fall to $1 before the end of 2026. Their argument: XRP ETFs are weak compared to Bitcoin ETFs, stablecoins are eating into XRP's use cases, and Ripple's own stablecoin Relust already has a $1.5 billion market cap. My take: both sides have valid points. XRP is a high-risk, high-reward asset. If the Clarity Act passes, $2.8 and beyond is very possible. If it does not, $1 is also a real scenario. That is exactly what makes this asset so exciting and exactly why you need to think carefully before investing. So friends, let's do a quick summary. Price: $1.42 consolidated with $1.45 as the key resistance. Clarity Act: the week of May 11th is critical. If it passes, it is a game changer. Institutions: actively accumulating ETF inflows at record highs. Real-world adoption: Rakuten, Dubai HQ, ODL at 45% growth. Tech updates: SRPL 2.6.2 patch, native lending vote, quantum resistance roadmap. Price targets: $2.8 to $10 from bulls, $1 from bears. You decide. If this video was helpful, make sure to like it, subscribe, and share it with friends who are interested in crypto. Drop a comment and let me know, are you bullish or bearish on XRP? See you in the next video. Take care. Disclaimer: this video is for educational purposes only. Please do your own research and consult a financial advisor before making any investment decisions.